Starting this Sunday, TikTok could officially be banned in the United States. For 170 million users, it could mark the end of an era. The Supreme Court has just upheld a law requiring TikTok to either sell to an American company or face a nationwide shutdown. But why is this happening, and what does it mean for the future of the app? On January 17, 2025, the Supreme Court made its final ruling. In a decision that sided with national security concerns, the court determined that the app's data collection practices presented a risk to U.S. citizens. Specifically, the government fears that the Chinese government could access Americans' personal data, using it for espionage or to influence public opinion. The concern is that TikTok, under the control of its Chinese parent company ByteDance, could be forced to hand over sensitive information. And although there's been no direct evidence of such misuse, the fear of data access is enough for lawmakers to take drastic action. The court's ruling now paves the way for the implementation of a law passed by Congress, which mandates that TikTok either divest its U.S. operations or face a full ban. This decision is significant, considering TikTok's role as one of the most influential social media platforms in the world. From viral trends to political discourse, business promotion to creative expression, TikTok has become a vital tool for millions of Americans. Despite the ruling, there are still a lot of unknowns. Will TikTok disappear from your phone on Sunday? Or will a last-minute deal save the app? Here's what we know. First, the law that mandates TikTok's removal from app stores is set to go into effect on Sunday. This would prevent new users from downloading the app, though existing users who already have it may continue using it until the app is removed completely or starts malfunctioning. So if you don't already have TikTok on your phone, you could miss your chance to download it. Now here's where it gets tricky. The Biden administration, which has been cautious about TikTok's potential risks, has said that it will leave enforcement to the next administration. That means when President-elect Trump takes office, it will be his responsibility to decide how and when the law is enforced. The question now is whether Trump, who once wanted to ban TikTok during his presidency, will intervene to stop the app from being removed entirely. In fact, Trump has indicated that he wants to save TikTok. He has already stated that he will explore options to delay or overturn the ban, possibly by negotiating a sale of TikTok's U.S. assets. Some reports suggest that TikTok's CEO, Shou Chew, may attend Trump's inauguration as a sign of his interest in keeping the platform active in the U.S. Despite these efforts, time is running out. Congress is not backing down from its demand for the sale of TikTok to an American company. Some lawmakers argue that the app poses a serious risk to national security, and they believe that allowing TikTok to remain in the hands of a Chinese company is unacceptable. Others, like Senator Josh Hawley, argue that the only solution is for TikTok to be owned by a company that is not subject to Chinese influence. The situation is further complicated by the fact that ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, has not shown any willingness to sell the app. Reports suggest that the Chinese government may block a sale to an American company, fearing it could lose control over the platform's massive user base and valuable data. And even if ByteDance did agree to a sale, it's unclear whether the deal would be enough to satisfy U.S. national security concerns. That's because a major sticking point in any potential sale is TikTok's algorithm, the powerful system that determines what users see in their For You feed. The Chinese government has made it clear that it would not allow the sale of the algorithm, which is arguably the most valuable part of TikTok's success. Without access to the algorithm, any new owner would face a massive challenge in trying to replicate the experience that users have come to love. Meanwhile, in Washington, the pressure continues to mount. Both Democrats and Republicans have expressed concern about TikTok's data privacy practices. The law that mandates a sale or ban was passed with broad bipartisan support. But now the focus is on how to ensure the app's data is safe and secure from foreign influence. Some lawmakers argue that TikTok's U.S. operations should be sold to a U.S.-based company, while others believe the app should be outright banned if ByteDance cannot divest its control. Meanwhile, TikTok has been vocal about its efforts to address the concerns raised by lawmakers. The company has taken steps to store American user data in U.S.-based servers controlled by Oracle, an American tech company. TikTok also claims that it has implemented measures to prevent unauthorized access to user data by Chinese employees. Despite these assurances, the U.S. government remains unconvinced. Now, as the deadline approaches, the question on everyone's mind is simple. Will TikTok really be banned? If the ban goes into effect, it could have far-reaching consequences. For millions of creators, businesses, and everyday users, TikTok has become an essential part of life. For some, it's a source of income, a place to build an audience, and a platform for creative expression. Losing access to TikTok could mean losing an entire community. But the clock is ticking. If no sale is agreed upon by Sunday, TikTok could be banned for good. And even if a deal happens after the deadline, it's unclear whether the platform will ever return to its former glory. A sale to an American company might not be enough to appease national security concerns, especially if China continues to exert influence over the app's operation. And without the algorithm, the app could lose its competitive edge, making it harder to attract new users. In the coming days, we'll find out if TikTok can survive this legal battle. Will President Trump step in to save the app? Will ByteDance agree to a sale? Or will the platform go dark, leaving millions of users in the dark about their next move? Whatever happens, one thing is clear. TikTok's future in the U.S. is hanging by a thread. Stay tuned because this story is far from over. The next few days will determine whether TikTok remains part of American digital life or becomes a casualty of the U.S.-China tech war.